Broadway closed down in the Menke Park area. We begin with breaking news, a live look from Funston and Broadway that you're looking at right now.
So as you can see right there, there is a police presence there blocking a few streets there. You saw that police unit in the distance. What we know at this point is that one person was taken away in handcuffs, but the details here are still coming in.
Like we said, Broadway, as you can tell, usually very busy at this hour of night. It is not. It is completely empty as they have blocked it off from Funston all the way up to where there you see that Texaco that's not that far away. We have seen what look like motorcycle riders' helmet. We have seen a dent on the front of a vehicle. And like Stephanie has said, we saw a man in handcuffs. Really all we know right now, again, we have a crew there live. Broadway, as we said, closed down. That's the sign for Menke Park itself. Again, we're continuing to follow this breaking news at this hour.
Hello, ma'am. Work with KSAT 12. We're just trying to talk to you guys about the sewage leak.
It is a dirty and stinky problem that just doesn't seem to be going away. We first told you about this 3 weeks ago. We've been following these streams of stench ever since.
What you're looking at right there is raw sewage, human waste, right in the parking lot at the Brynwood Apartments on Bowens Crossing. Now, after KSAT's reporting, the city gave that apartment complex 10 days to fix the issue. Now, to be clear here, the complex did fix the issue. That was last week.
Yeah, but tonight, people who live there say they're starting to see yet another sewage leak, another stream, if you will. The Night Team's John Paul Barajas looking for answers.
This river of crap has been here almost every week since I moved in.
Sewage, feces, and used toilet paper runs through a portion of the Brynwood Apartments parking lot. Several residents tell us it's a problem that won't go away.
It's just like they're just putting like a Band-Aid over like a bullet hole wound is basically what it looks like to me.
This is what we found when we first visited the complex on May 13th. That's when a spokeswoman from the city's Development Services Department told me a crew had visited Brynwood earlier that same day. The complex was given 10 days to fix the issue because it was a health code violation. By May 28th, the city told me the leak was taken care of. But this is what it looked like over the weekend.
I hope they do something right just for the people of this apartment building. I truly do. I don't give a damn. I'm out.
Development Services says the Brynwood Apartments were cited 3 times today for the sewage leak because of the 3 buildings surrounding it. So we went to apartment management.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Work with KSAT 12. We're just trying to talk to you guys about the sewage leak.
But they closed their office door.
Nope. Y'all just locked the door?
And would not come out. But an employee did speak to us briefly through a cracked door.
One of the pumps went out, but it keeps happening.
It was fixed today.
It was fixed today, again.
Yes, it was.
But it started again over the weekend. Do you think more needs to be done? Because obviously the fixes that are being made aren't sufficient.
I just work here.
We also called the property management company and left a voicemail.
Is there anything you'd like to say?
Apartment management never made themselves available.
Take that as a no. Now, I've called the apartments management company at least 4 different times since our first story on May 13th and still have not heard back at this point. A spokeswoman with the City Development Services says the complex will have to appear in municipal court for the 3 new citations they received today, and each comes with an up to a $300 fine. Now, if this continues, the Brynwood Apartments could be placed in the city's proactive apartment inspections program. Registered properties are subject to monthly inspections and will remain in the registry for a minimum of 6 months. Steve, Stephania, right now, there are 30 complexes in the city's program.
I can't believe this was not already there, to be honest with you.
Well, it's looking like it's going to go in that direction. They're going to give them some time to get this resolved, but if it continues, that's more than likely where they'll end up.
Yeah, this is not what you want to come home to on a daily basis.
No.
In the minimum time that we were there, me and photojournalist Gavin Nesbitt, it was very unpleasant. I can't imagine waking up to it, walking out to it every day.
Yeah.
Not something you could get used to. John Paul Barajas, thank you so much for joining us live. Tomorrow, the White House is expected to announce a new executive order from President Joe Biden, and sources are telling ABC News that it would essentially shut down the southern border to some asylum seekers.
Yeah, that order would cut off entry into the U.S. to asylum seekers after a daily threshold of 2,500 people met at ports of entry. Unaccompanied children would not be turned away. It would also allow authorities to turn away migrants either to Mexico or their origin country. The only way the border would reopen is if that daily threshold falls below 1,500. So what does that mean? Well, keep in mind the last time the daily average of asylum seekers at the border was at 1,500, July of 2020, the height of the pandemic.
So Mayor Ron Nirenberg's office says that he's going to be at the White House for that announcement. His office shared this statement, saying, I expect President Biden's announcement to be an important development for San Antonio and the border region. Congress has failed to enact the immigration reform our nation needs, and President Biden has been forced to cope with a crisis largely created by congressional inaction, end quote. Now, Mayor Nirenberg is going to be joined by mayors from Brownsville and Edinburgh. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar also told KSAT tonight that he's going to be there tomorrow at the signing.
He's the former president of the San Antonio Firefighters Association. Tonight, we're learning Christopher Steele arrested last week in San Marcos. According to Hays County arrest records, Steele was taken into custody on a felony stalking charge. The arrest comes on a warrant out of Bexar County. Steele retired SAFD as a battalion chief in 2021.
Okay, so now we're going to show you a picture of this man. Have you seen him? That's 19-year-old Robert Kelly. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office is looking for him now. The Sheriff's Office says that 2 deputies were hurt pursuing Kelly after they noticed that he was driving erratically. One of them wound up with a broken arm. Later, investigators executed a search warrant on Kelly's home, and they say they found drugs and weapon accessories there. Now, tonight, Kelly's wanted for evading arrest, reckless driving, and unlawful carry of a weapon. If you know anything about where he might be, you can call that number there, the Sheriff's Office, 210-335-6000.
A young bull rider dead tonight after a horrific rodeo accident happened on Friday night in Bandera during the Riding on Faith Rodeo Summer Series. According to Bandera County officials, 22-year-old Peter DeLuna thrown off a bull and then stepped on. CPR performed before he was rushed to the hospital, but he later died. As of tonight, the Riding on Faith Rodeo Summer Series is scheduled to continue this Friday.
Sad discovery in the Texas coastal bend today. Over the weekend, divers found the body of a teenage boy in Lake Corpus Christi. According to the San Patricio County Sheriff, 4 young boys were jumping off a boat over the weekend, and one of them, a 13-year-old, never resurfaced. So deputies, along with the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, search for that boy. At this point, we still don't know his name.
A blood drive happening tomorrow has a bigger meaning. The Bonham Exchange has been a safe place for the LGBTQ plus community of San Antonio for decades. Tomorrow, it'll be a safe space for many to give blood, some for the very first time. Last May, a new FDA guideline ruled that gay and bisexual men in monogamous relationships could give blood. That restriction, originally designed to protect the blood supply from HIV, but was deemed discriminatory by some following advances that allowed better HIV detection. Robert Salcido is the president of the the executive director of the Pride Center. He says he's glad that all this donation aligning with Pride Month, and at a time when blood donations down nearly 25% in South Texas.
So I think it goes along with Pride Month of being authentic and being proud of who we are and proud of the contributions that we make to our communities. This is just another way for us to do it. And I hope that they continue to do blood drives for our community outside of Pride Month as well.
We've added a QR code on your screen. You can scan that for all the information on tomorrow's event. South Texas Blood and Tissue will host the blood drive at the Bonham Exchange from 4 until 9 p.m. You can find a link to register at KSAT.com. We hope you do. Now to a health alert. The FDA issuing a warning about baby formula that could be contaminated with dangerous bacteria. The products are Cresolac infant powdered goat milk formula with iron, Pharmalac baby powdered infant formula with iron, and Pharmalac baby powdered infant formula with low lactose. They're sold here in Texas. Right now, the FDA working with the manufacturer to make sure the recall is carried out fully. So far, there are no reports of any illnesses.
So now let's go to your Nightbeat news flash. Mexico has its first ever female president. Claudia Sheinbaum secured nearly 60% of the votes in last night's election. She succeeds President Andrés Manuel López Obrador as Mexico's new leader. She's going to face several challenges like security, fighting organized crime, and also setting the tone for the U.S.-Mexico relationship. 12 jurors and 4 alternates have been selected in Hunter Biden's federal gun trial. The president's son is accused of buying and possessing a gun in 2018 while he was using illegal drugs. That breaks federal law. Hunter Biden has pleaded not guilty. If convicted, he faces up to 25 years in prison. Opening statements in that trial begin tomorrow. And that's a look at your Nightbeat News Flash.
It's been closed for nearly a year now, but now construction crews finally beginning the process of reopening the Brooklyn Avenue and McCullough Avenue exit on I-35 in the downtown area. This is the area we're talking about. The exit was closed after it was damaged by a fire in June of last year. According to KSAT, the first steps of demolishing the old ramp to construct the new one began today. The process should take about 2 weeks during the day from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. KSAT says the new ramp could open up this fall. Are you tech savvy? Are you looking for a new career? You may be in luck. After the break, the new paid training program here in San Antonio that could help you land your dream job. It's a lot of money, $660 million, what the Federal Trade Commission says scammers stole last year. They did it by posing as big-name companies. That scam oftentimes comes in the form of a fake invoice or subscription renewal notice. Data shows the top 3 companies that were impersonated were Amazon, PayPal, and Best Buy. So here's some ways that you can protect yourself, what the experts say. If you get a suspicious text or email with a link, don't click on it. You also want to make sure you don't call any phone numbers that are listed on these suspicious messages. And in general, it's a good idea to make sure you're changing your passwords on your computer and your accounts on a regular basis.
This is a career field that's seen a ton of growth in recent years, and now there's a brand new paid training program that's designed to get more people working in cybersecurity. Sounds good, right? Well, Nukadu recently opened its headquarters right here in San Antonio. It has a 6-month training program that pays students while they're learning about cybersecurity. Nukadu is also going to pay for people to get certified and also connect them with business partners.
While they're in the program and while they are just here learning, they're making $4,000 a month plus full benefit. And once we get them placed with one of our business partners, now they're making $66,000, for essentially 3 years of commitment.
So according to data from Greater SATX, there are around 100 cybersecurity companies in San Antonio and New Braunfels. By the way, Nukadu's next class starts in August, and they're accepting applications right now. You can apply, and we have an email address that you can use for more information. It's posted for you on our website, ksat.com. Good luck.
Nukadu, not Nukadon't. Just want to let you know. We all know a hot sunny day here in South Texas may end a bad case of sunburn, but it can also affect your mind. In fact, we spoke with one local health expert who says research shows a connection between higher temperatures and irritability. In some cases, the extreme heat can cause depression. That's why it's crucial to stay hydrated and cool off any way you can, especially as the days get hotter and hotter.
Yeah, that's why it's important to get out in the morning if you can, if it's cool. I was in Denton this weekend, and I appreciated the 60s, the mornings in the 60s. It was lovely, and I thought, it's going to be a while before.
Don't rub it in that you had mornings in the 60s over the weekend. That's a thing of the past for us. And because of the high humidity in the air, the dew points in the 70s, our morning temperatures are well above average and actually in the mid to upper 70s. Keep in mind, the average low is 71. We're going to be far from that for a while. All right, let's take a look at our weather headlines here. Rain chances, unfortunately, very minimal chance of any development overhead or even leftovers, which is what we had last week a few times. We had the leftovers from West Texas and North Texas storms. Triple digits return. We've had one official triple digit day so far this year, but I think we'll tally more up starting tomorrow. And the heat index is going to be a big player. The feels like temperature for a few hours each afternoon, likely up around 110. And that's because of that very high humidity as well. Look at the high temperature trend. 100 tomorrow, 100 Wednesday, 101 Thursday, about 99 Friday through the upcoming weekend. So basically the century mark, 100, give or take a degree or so. That's about it. But I want to talk about the haze in the air. So yes, it's going to be hot and the heat index is going to be an issue. But normally you can really clearly see downtown off in the distance on our city cam here. That wasn't the case again today because of the thick haze caused by the annual agricultural burning in Mexico and the prevailing wind pushing that smoke our way. So here's the forecast for the smoke the rest of this week. I anticipate it to still be around tomorrow and maybe even get amplified just a little bit on our Tuesday. You may notice it a little bit more, and then it starts to kind of fade away a little bit by Thursday. Thursday would be the time frame where it probably starts to thin out, Thursday into Friday. And one reason for that is the upper level high, the big blue H we're so accustomed to, that's actually going to be settling overhead. And notice it gives us that northerly flow aloft, which may help to push some of that smoke farther to the south. However, we know whenever we have this high aloft, it means dry conditions, and rain chances, unfortunately, are very low. I mean, I don't know, why am I even showing this, right? 10% on Wednesday.
That's pretty wimpy.
It's pretty lame. It's pretty lame, Steve. Yeah. Moving on. Get that off the screen. 10% chance. That's about it. You know, the mountains in Mexico, they had some pop-up storms earlier today, the terrain circulations. We got the blow-off clouds, which there was a nice gap in those clouds, giving us a beautiful sunset. I have a photo coming up on KSAT Connect. Otherwise, more storms again for North Texas. Yeah, they're way above average. They're having a ton of rain. No big deal for them. And mornings in the 60s, right, Steph? Unfortunately, we're not getting any of those leftovers. Look at our morning temperature today. 79 was our low. That's 8 degrees above average. And we made it to 98 for the high, the record being 100. But here's the kicker. Dew points well into the 70s. Very tropical air in place. And that's going to boost the heat index tomorrow again up to about 110. 79 degrees at 7 a.m. with the low gray clouds to start the day. By noon, we'll start to see some sunshine, 90 degrees. And then 4 and 5 p.m., 100, but feeling like it's 10 degrees warmer than the actual air temperature. Del Rio tomorrow, 106. Cotulla up to 107. And Pleasanton, 102. And then it's just more of the same, right near 100. A lot of sunshine and not great rain chances. By the way, I did want to share that photo with you from Woodlawn Lake earlier today. We actually did get a little color, and you look at live cam now, a little hazy out there. But remember, the haze caused from the smoke does help us have more vibrant sunrises and sunsets when we don't have any clouds around. So there's that.
Thank you.
All right, so there's a big college football shuffle going on.
There is.
Big 12 teams going to the SEC, Pac-12 teams going to the Big 10 and the Big 12. Where does this leave the Alamo Bowl, Larry?
Okay, so with Texas and Oklahoma going to the SEC, they, of course, are no longer affiliated with the Alamo Bowl because they have the Big 12 and the Pac-12. But that doesn't mean, according to reports, that the Valero Alamo Bowl wasn't trying to still get the Horns and Sooners to come to their bowl game. And Our Lady of the Lake softball is on top of the world, and they were celebrated today big time. Coming up.
We play for the west side of San Antonio. We play for San Antonio. We play for the state of Texas anytime we go nationally. This national championship is your national championship. So get yourself.
That's OLU's softball head coach Bruce Lennington at the Saints National Championship celebration today in Big Board Sports. The University of Texas and the University of Oklahoma are big draws for the Valero Alamo Bowl, but it doesn't look like Bevo or Boomer Sooner will be back in the near future. The Alamo Bowl's attempt to be allowed to choose Southeastern Conference-bound UT or OU for its 2024 and 2025 bowl games was denied, as reported by Action Network. The Alamo Bowl has 2 years left on its contract featuring the Big 12 and Pac-12. And with 10 of the Pac-12 teams set to leave the conference in August, the Alamo Bowl was hoping to get Texas or Oklahoma if neither qualified for the college football playoff. The Action Network says that plan was tentatively in place a few weeks ago, but it fell through after pushback from Texas, Oklahoma, current SEC bowls, and the SEC itself.
Wins only the one. Center field, first pitch of this third inning, and Caden Henry makes a great diving play, robbing River Mailer of a hit.
Staying with the Longhorns, center fielder Caden Henry made a sweet diving grab at the Women's College World Series tonight, robbing Stanford of a hit. And plays like that were needed because runs were hard to come by in this game. Top seven, no score. Runners on second and third for Texas. Ashton Maloney drops down a bunt. The pitcher gets the ball, throws home, and now Alyssa Washington is in a pickle. But she slides in safely at home, just beating the throw, and it's 1-0. Texas, Stanford challenged the call, and they lost. Look again in slow motion. I'm telling you, that was was close, and it was also the only run of the game. Freshman pitcher Tegan Cavan went the distance, and number 1 Texas wins 1-0, advancing to the championship finals where they'll face Oklahoma or Florida. Confetti was flying around Our Lady Lake softball field this afternoon because the school honored the softball team for winning the NAIA Softball World Series, the first national championship in any sport in school history. The Saints beat Jessup University in the final 2-0 to deliver a championship to the West Side.
All tears of joy, of happiness. I don't think it hit us like, wow, we really just won the national championship. But the more I say it, the more it's starting to really feel real.
We just knew our potential. This team was so special, and so we went in confident and ready to perform, and everything just went our way.
I just felt like we were prepared. We really focused on do the task, don't worry about the outcome, and so going in that last inning, we're up 2 runs, and I just knew whatever came our way, they were up for the task. We had a great chance to win, and it's a great time to go 1, 2, 3. So excited for our whole community and our whole program.
Olu went 7-0 in the NAIA Championship Tournament, and 6 of those wins were by shutout. The Johnson Jaguars are getting ready to play Tomball in the UIL Baseball Class 6A state semifinals. Johnson is ranked 6th in Texas per Max Preps, while the Cougars are number 1 in Texas and number 3 in the country.
They're an excellent team. They got a great coach. I'm sure that they work as hard as they possibly can. They've played some really good teams, and I think it's going to be a great atmosphere and a great game.
I'd say everybody's going to be good. So it doesn't matter who we're going to play. Every team here is going to be good. So it doesn't matter who we're going to play against. We're just going to play our game. It's all.
Johnson and Tomball will play in the 6A state semis Friday at 7 p.m. at Dell Diamond. Angel Reese and Kennedy Carter sound off after the break.
Yeah, the reason why we watch Olympics basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Angel Reese says the WNBA is more than just fellow rookie Caitlin Clark. Now, the Sky and Fever played Saturday night, and it was a physical game with Caitlin hitting the deck because of Reese and Kennedy Carter. Now, Carter, who shoulder checked Clark from behind, didn't talk about the incident Saturday night, but now she is.
Now I can answer your questions and I can let you know how I really feel about things, but I'm a competitor and I'm going to compete no matter who you are and no matter who's in front of me. So that's just what it was. Heat of the moment play, we're getting at it, we're going back and forth. It's basketball, it's all hoops. After we finish the game, it's all love. No, I don't have any regrets.
Clark said about the physical play, you've got to hold your own, and that she grew up with 2 brothers and things were very physical.
Yeah, come on. That's not a competitor to hit somebody from behind.
No,
that's not a competitor.
Nope.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Before we go, I want to update that breaking news. This is from Broadway and Funston. You can see traffic is still stopped. This is the vehicle that we believe is involved. It's in the Mankey Park area, Funston and Broadway. Broadway closed down, so it appears as Funston. That's what you're looking at right now. Police say a 24-year-old man taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. We believe that was the motorcycle.
Right. That's what it's dark out, so you can't see that, but we believe that that's what's on the ground right there. We saw one person being taken away in handcuffs earlier. We don't know if that was the driver of the red vehicle that we just showed you, but the details here are still coming in. But we just want to let you know because there's a lot of traffic usually in that area, especially in the morning. So we want you to stay tuned, stay tuned so that we give you the latest updates on that.
Yeah, I also want to tell you that this is a fairly busy area. Like Stephanie has said, it's not that far from the Whitty Museum to give you kind of some points. Mankey Park itself is where it looks like the wreckage from that motorcycle actually ended up. But we have a crew on the scene. Of course, we'll have much more coming your way on GMSA. Adam.
All right, here's another look at that smoke model as we go through the rest of the week. And as I said, it's still going to be in the air, so it'll be hazy and potentially even impacting air quality a bit tomorrow afternoon for people with very sensitive respiratory systems. But as that upper high starts to settle in, it should start pushing that smoke a little farther south later this week.
Okay, well, that does it for us for the Night Beat. Thank you so much for staying up with us.
See you tomorrow.